Hello there! Welcome back to some more Vagrus adventures in this horrible but beautiful wasteland. Last time I got fully tutorialized on crew combat. And yeah, I really am going to stay away from that as much as I am able. It's really complex and doesn't really pay well enough. In fact, I did exactly one fight. I lost half my fighters, and currently most of my companions are wounded. Oh hey, you only have 5 days until your contract ends. Gonna keep that in mind. I can't get another one while you are around. And since I paid beforehand, not gonna try and dismiss that one. Okay, how does it go again? Because you are super cargo. That's 15%. Yeah, okay. When you leave, I'm going to lose one full slot here. Need to take that into account. But anyway, there has been a rather sizable update just the other day. I hope nothing's gonna accidentally break. And also, they're doing another sale until the 9th of June, so if you're thinking of buying the game or getting that one last DLC you have missed, then this might be a good time. Now, what I have planned for today is a little something different. I have been noticing lately that each of these ventures back and forth, I make a little bit of profit, but I'm always rather low. So I was thinking going to do a quick sweep of Dorzags now, and then just going to ignore all the story beats and just go back and forth, do some tasks, try to build up some money. I think maybe getting to 100 bros would be a good starting capital. We're gonna see how long that takes. Don't worry, not gonna show you that in real time. Before any of that, I did have this escort quest. Really isn't worth it. But sure, take it. No, wait, complete it fast. Oh wow, I had 28 days to do that. Forgot that. Okay. Everything is good. Going to browse these in a minute. First, let's make a bit of profit. Ooh, marbles in demand. Couple marble runs would be nice. I think this was the discounted marble I got, right? So this should cost more than the average you see here. But still, almost double profit. That's always nice. Okay, need to buy some fighters. And maybe one extra mount. Let's trade the news real quick. Alchemist shop, somewhere in the shatter. Oh, let's see this. Would be interesting. People talk about the workshop of an alchemist hidden somewhere in the undercity of Torzak's Shatter, near Spider Street. The man is reputed for not asking questions. I hope he can at least answer some. Oh, wow, look. Jumped up from 10 bros to 53. Those crystals were pretty nice. Okay, I might take some passengers this time. Depends on which way I would go. Okay, need at least 9. Good enough. For now at least. I have an abundance of workforce. That's probably never gonna be a problem. Morale and vigor are pretty nice. I can keep nutrition up. It's not a problem either. You know what? Maybe one more scout. Just to be sure. Okay, it's at some point I should get another beast of burden. We'll see. Okay, before I start, fast forwarding time. Let's take a quick sweep. Undercity. Here we go, visit the Alchemist. I think walking around gets some morale back. That should also be nice. Or was it the bathhouse? Whichever. Ooh. He looks more like a necromancer than an alchemist. But okay. Oh, wait, what's this? True to hearsay, a small workshop is hidden away in one of the worst parts of the Undercity. Housed by a decrepit building that looks uninhabited from the outside, the Alchemist shop occupies some rooms and the cellar of the compound. Smells are invading your nostrils as you enter. The spectacle of so many jars hanging dried plants and odd minerals is no less potent. The Alchemist is a grumbling, ragged thing. You have difficulty telling if it's a very ugly old woman or a bent old man with greasy long hair. I would guess it's a man. Mostly from the jaws and the chin and the male pattern balding. But your guess is as good as mine. You refrain from asking. Besides, it is not interesting in chatting, only in doing business. Suppose this is supposed to say he's not interested in chatting. Let's see. Have the Alchemist prepare damp smoke for you. Okay, this is important. We need this. If we want to go to Loom, smoke out the yerks. Okay, needs 3 slime grass. And I think need another 15. For the science lady. So that's 18. I need to grab from somewhere. Okay, we can sell something. What would interest you? Spectral residue. I have a feeling you get these from fighting ghosts. Which doesn't sound like a Good thing. Bloodstone. Dragon egg. Sell slime grass. No, I kinda need that. Sell some crystals for less than the local price. I wonder what the point of this one is. Bright cap, herbs, salt. Okay, now we're talking. He buys salt for even higher than local price. Okay, tin, copper, silver. Alright, so if I ever get some of these every 12 days, 14. Yeah, this is really good to keep in mind. Now, what are you selling? You look around the chaos of the shop, moving between clinking pieces of metal and foul-smelling weeds hanging from the seller's crossbeams, bumping into amphorae and balls of strange liquid. The alchemist, not looking up from the currently brewing concoction at the fireplace, keeps gruffly explaining whatever it is you are observing. Okay, medical supplies. For a pretty decent price. I actually don't have any of those. Okay, one supply for 1 league. 1 league 8. It's almost 2. Okay, if my math is correct, there is no discount for buying in bulk. I kinda want to buy 10 medical supplies. If I'm lucky, that should last me a little while. Okay, purchase antidote. I think I have one of these. Purchase poison. Now, why ever would I want to do that? No, it's a combat item. Plus 3 crit. Okay. Still don't need it. Purchase alchemy tools. Plus 20 poison resist. Plus 1 alchemy. Okay. Still an equipable item. I don't have anyone to use it with. But still, 70% of the local price might actually be worth just grabbing it. Yeah, sure, why not? I'm sure I will be able to find a use for it. Okay, I'm going to keep you in mind for the damp smoke. Let's take a relaxing walk. What's this? The largest open part of the Undercity is a series of caves with dark, clear waters forming underground lakes at their bottom. Inventive residents found a way to make up for lost living space by building their dwellings on stilts and rickety scaffolding. Still, parts of the lakes are fairly abandoned and could even be considered tranquil. You walk around the lakes for a while, painfully aware of the things watching you from their sable depths. Ask a group of wraiths hanging around the lakes about the area. Okay, something story related. You approach the small band of wraiths, and one of them moves forward, a smug smile revealing jagged teeth beneath a pale white visage. When you inquire about the area, the group laughs and the leader makes a not so subtle reference to the notion that some coin might help them divulge what they know. 7 changers, 1 for each of us. Fair deal, don't you think? Yeah, sure. After receiving your changers, the wraiths speak at length about the area, bloviating, don't know what that word is, about themselves and their influence in the process. As you continue to listen and ask questions, however, it becomes clear that various violent gangs are running the Undercity at large, and one organization in particular seems to become front and center, the Loaders Guild. Bidding the wraiths to elaborate further on the organization, you learn a great deal over the course of the next quarter of an hour, with the wraiths visibly animated as they chitter on about the Loaders. Eventually, it becomes clear that there is little more to learn, and so you bid the ghastly creatures farewell. Okay. I did get a codex update from that. Let's go to the bathhouse. The old bathhouse on the northeast side of the Undercity is well known around the city as the Loaders Guild base of operations. Oh, okay. It is a large decaying building of once beautiful marble pillars, arches and domes. Quite reflective of the fate of the Collegium, really. You make your way to the gates, where a couple of rough-looking bouncers stop you. Entry only on official business, mate. The head guard lets you know without enthusiasm. Okay, if I had reputation, they would let me in. And I don't think I'm going to borrow money from an actual, literal criminal organization. That tends to not end well. But still. Okay, pleasure houses. Are these just brothels, or is there anything unique? The Undercity is famous for its many brothels and harlots. Most of them are slaves and belong to one of the collegia or another criminal organization. That means most of them are fairly clean and will not unexpectedly slit your throat. But that's always a plus. Yet, one never knows in the Undercity. Also fair enough. Okay, I can get some quality if I'm in with the Loaders Guild. Yeah, I can spare 3 changers. For a little extra morale, I'm guessing this will give. Time flies when someone has fun, they say. The wide grins on the faces of your crew remain for a few days to come. +1 morale, -2 movement. Oh, for the day, okay. I was afraid it would be a debuff for maximum movement. But I'm okay with this. Beneath the large main caverns of Torzak's shelter is the maze of tunnels and narrow streets that lacks the civic lights of the city, and is thus in perpetual darkness. Locals call it the Undercity. Its notoriety is well founded. Crime and desperation thrive in the twilight. Okay, that was the Undercity. Anything in the civic district? If I remember right, we can take a walk in the gardens. Okay, would need herb lore. Okay, this was the opposite of productive. Don't want the arena. Neither of them. The library. quite possibly gives extra codex entries. Not really feeling up to it today. What about the inn? The famous Dragon's Nest Inn is close to the traditional border of the market square, and thus in the vicinity of the city gate. Its exterior is not much to look at, a hodgepodge of odd buildings leaning together at the foot of a cave wall. A red dragon is painted above the entrance, above which rows upon rows of windows indicate that the rooms are carved into the rock itself. The inside is much more impressive. The skeleton of a huge dragon provides the frame for the common room, with its curling spine and many ribs serving as support for the ceiling and walls. While its immense skull was turned into a bar, the bartender gives out beverages and takes orders through the half-open jaws. The decoration is lavish but old, completed with paintings, a collection of silver goblets, vines that run along the dragon bone, and 2 fireplaces that provide a pleasant warmth. The rest of the establishment is beyond and above the common room carved into the rock. The clientele is quite colorful and lacks the usual local derelicts that most taverns of the world have. Instead, you can see wealthy merchants, vagri, foreign nobles, fastidious escort girls, emissaries, artists, mercenaries, and travelers of all sorts here. Okay, so it's one of the better places around. Wow, every 45 days you can get passengers here. Purchase quality booze, this will consume all your movement points. Pretty pricey actually. But it's not like I'm going anywhere today. Wanted to have a rest anyway. The crew is beside itself with joy when you arrive with the bottles of quality booze. The rest of the day is spent drinking and fraternizing. A lot of grudges are worked out, numerous new friendships are born. They might be a little tired in the morning, but their spirits are higher at least. Sometimes it takes a little liquid joy to smooth things over. Alright, +2 morale, -1 vigor. Understandable, little tired. But now I need to get vigor up again. Yeah, 6 out of 9. Morale and obedience at max. Those are the most important things. Probably gonna get 1 vigor back by sleeping tonight. Anything in the market? Let's gather some news. Wow, I'm spending coins left and right today. As I am known to do in real life. Nothing today. Unfortunate. Anything in the market? Okay, common jewel. That's a bit of an unknown investment. Ivory. Bag of spice. It's really, really expensive. And still just 75% of local price. I can probably buy this and immediately make a profit. Wherever I'm going next. But do I really want to? I think I'd rather just get some ivory. Okay. Now, city exploration. Walking the city streets, you come upon public sacrifices performed by temple novices and a handful of priests on a grand plaza. The offerings of food and blood burn in great braziers under the cavernous roof of the dark city. Citizens can pray, but also offer a sacrifice of their own to the triumvirate. Sometimes, priests bless people who do so. Okay, minor sacrifice, 10 supplies. Gates, great sacrifice, 100 supplies. No? Pray to the dark gods of the Empire for insight. I have no disdain of Ashkul or Wrath of Sirgorod. I think this literally gives me insight, as in the stuff needed for character upgrades. But I'd rather not rely on the gods for that. So, not today. Right, let's take a rest now. Pay everyone. Since I'm leaving tomorrow anyway, might as well bump up the rations. For some extra nutrition. Okay, this should be good. Now that I have medical supplies, I can just start slowly healing them. Like this. Okay. Everyone healed. Harvek healed. The wounded. From severely wounded. Wow, 2 medical supplies used. Yeah, that's just my luck. Alright. Let's see what we have available. Let's go with only supply rounds. Let's see. Devon, Lumen, Kurnak, Druzy and Quarry. Didn't go in there. But I did pass that place. Lumen. Lots of things going for Lumen today. Lumen. Crimson Gate. I've never been there. One day it might be nice. Especially since I'm getting on good terms with the Rotornak Alliance. Yeah, lots of things going to Lumen today. I can go on the lesser road here. Okay, I don't really know how often these refresh. So if I were to well, I was gonna say, if I take these 2 supply runs for arcane and then go back, maybe these would be still here. I don't know. Someone who knows how the game calculates these faction tasks can tell me in the comments. But for now, well, Devon is more than a week away. I'd rather not go there for quick money making. That has to be jumping between Lumen and Arcane. Yeah, buying a Beast of Burden now would be a little counterproductive, since whatever I gain in carry space, I would lose in consumption. It's gonna be a delicate balance. As things are currently, with what I have, 75 consumption means I go through one full stack of supplies in around 3 days. That's one thing to keep in mind. Okay, this is 10 days. It's good enough. I have space for one. This is terribly inefficient. I really should have another Beast of Burden. That's gonna be extra 4 slots, which is 2 entire tasks, usually. Gonna go with that. Should help me out in the long run. Now, let's see. This time I'm going to pay attention to factions. The Carpenter's Guild goes against the Church of Sir-Gorod and the Loader's Guild. So, -4, 28, and 20 with House Venari. Let's see how doing this changes that. Okay, 100 mushrooms. That's 2 slots. I'll take that. House Okvo. Okay, let's shelve House Okvo for a little bit. Even though I'm literally at the place where they have the higher presence. But still. House Venari. Well, they have quite the amount of opponents. Okay, definitely taking this. Also mushrooms. And the Covenant. I'm not even going to try pronouncing their name anymore. Okay, and now I'm full. Look at all these mushrooms. Amazing. Okay. Just looking around a little bit. Okay, looks like mushroom berries. Still extremely cheap. So that rumor we got is still ongoing. Okay. It would be nice to fill all of these empty equipment slots. Too bad I don't really have anything. I do have perimeter alarms. Extra vigilance during camping. Still not quite sure how that works. But this can only be good, right? Maybe with this extra vigilance, I can afford to not post guards at all on some days. Keep vigor up a little bit. Skewers, extra defense, and flee. That would be good if I was expecting to get ambushed frequently. This would help me escape faster. Standard armaments. It's a little pricey. Don't really need combat strength. Traveling saddles. Okay, this is a buff for outriders. Don't actually have any of those. Okay, keeping an open eye for equipment now. Everything is good. One final explore today. It is fairly easy to take a wrong turn in the Undercity. Streets, alleys and plazas there form a labyrinthine system of tunnels, where you can wander for hours without ever finding a way out. It was not a good idea to come here, and you are beginning to curse yourself for doing so, when in an especially decrepit part of the maze, you hear insane gurgling and howling coming from around the corner. Peering into the alley, you see a bunch of broken men, and from their hunched, mutated forms, you immediately realize they must be tainted. Sniffing the air, the two unfortunates begin to turn towards you and let out aggravated shrieks. Uh-oh. Defend or hide. Moderate chance. Should be about 50-50. And if I fail, I suppose it's gonna be this one anyway. Sure, let's go with that. Test failed, of course. No matter what you try, the tainted keep coming. Soon they begin running at you, drooling, screaming, and waving their mutated arms around. You have to fight them off. Well, that's gonna be a problem. Considering that everyone is extremely damaged. Well, if I put Harvek out, he's just gonna immediately collapse anyway. Possibly get wounded again. Fuck it. Gonna go like this. And I will actually get back to you when I am done here. Well, that was easier than I thought. These unfortunate souls were so far gone into madness induced by the taint that they could not stop attacking even when gravely wounded. Now they lie dead at your feet. There is nothing of value on them. So you leave as soon as you can, not wanting to draw any more attention. Well, that was a thing. All right. Now we're getting to the portion that I wanted to do in the first place. Curse this ADHD. Well, anyway. It is 5th month, day 12. Let's see how fast I can get to 100 bros, shall we? And there we go. Oh, wow, look at that. It took me exactly 1 month. Get 100 bros. I think that's a pretty nice time. Okay then. I just arrived at the shelter. Let's rest before I forget. Okay, why do I suddenly have all this workforce? Oh, right. I have 2 beasts of burden now. Keep forgetting that. Still doing okay. There was an undead ambush. Had to give them some slaves and mounts in order to get away. Gonna rest now, pay everyone. Since I'm here, we can go with extra rations. Okay. And now that everyone is paid, let's buy some more slaves. Having 1 extra mount, it didn't hurt. Okay, this looks nice. So with 84 consumption, that means 1 stack of supplies lasts me a little less than 3 days. I can still work with that. Okay, if I make 1 more outrider, seven turns into 4. That's -3. I would just lose 1 cargo space, so let's keep things at that. Okay, everything looks nice. Let's keep ourselves topped up. I'm noticing that these equipment offers don't change with time. I guess every settlement has their own set. And it's just a matter of you finding them. Okay, let's see what we have available. There's 2 arcanes. I could just rather comfortably build up reputation with these 2, with all these lumen supply runs. That might be nice. But I kind of want to go to arcane now. I did like, what, 4 or 5 runs back and forth? Maybe it's time for a little change of scenery. But I think that's gonna be for next time. Thank you for watching. If you like my misadventures, then please consider giving the video a like. And as always, I hope to see you in the next one. But until then, safe travels, Vagrus.